Aryaan suddenly goes, "Can you guys hear that?" And it is this growl. There's nothing around us.
Many patients reported that in the night, a man, an apparition would visit them that would cast a light over their heads, over their ailments, and the next morning they would be fine.
Hi, I'm Ashwarya from the Desi Crime podcast.
And I'm Aryaan.
I kind of had that feeling at DeMello House, which was one of our last shoots for Boothbusters. It's supposed to be the story of two brothers. One killed the other, and the other, the surviving brother, kind of drove himself to insanity because he could see his brother's spirit all around DeMello House. So then he took his own life as well. Both those brothers allegedly are buried in the backyard of DeMello House. It's a really pretty, Portuguese home in a string of other homes. It's around greenery, it's around other homes. You can hear families talking and whatnot. It's a rainy Friday the 13th. We reached there, right before Friday the 13th. So it's 11 something p.m. at night, and we've reached outside DeMello House in the evening. And things just going wrong from the get-go. For starters, Aryaan is violently throwing up. And again, this is on the episode. There is normal throwing up, I think I ate something off. And then there is whatever was happening to him. When we finally walked in, something about that house is just odd. It just constantly feels like someone's walking behind you. Sometimes you'll feel like it's footsteps. Other times it'll just feel like an energy. So if you see that episode, there are just moments in time where I'm just constantly turning back in a jarred state that are one of you walking behind me. Can I hear something? Am I tripping? What is happening? And then there is one particular scene where we're using one of our devices in a room in the hall, and Aryaan suddenly goes, "Can you guys hear that?" And it is this growl. There's nothing around us. DeMello House is surrounded by greenery, and next to that are other homes. Inside that room, where there's a window, we can just hear something growling. And okay, animal, it could be a dog. Sure, what other animals are roaming around in between houses in Goa. But it didn't sound like a dog. It sounded like some really rabid wolf that was about to enter and attack us. But the sound was coming from within that room. There was a window, so we tried to see it coming from the window, but it wasn't. And all of this is recorded on camera, and I have not the slightest idea where it was coming from. It was really creepy. Something about that left us on edge.
I have a good ghost story from my family that has been sort of passed on as an heirloom. My great-grandfather, who he was called Dr. Baba, was one of the most accomplished doctors. There's streets named after him in Lucknow. So he always had this sort of stories around him of, how he saved so many people's lives. Dr. Baba passed, and even his death was weird in the way that he knew in the morning, he was like, I'm going to die today. And there was nothing that one should have suspected why he would have, but he just felt that. In later years, after his death, the house that he had bought, our ancestral house in Lucknow, still served as an extra space out of clinic hours where patients would be kept because he had a practice apart from the hospital as well. Many patients reported that in the night, a man, an apparition would visit them that would cast a light over their heads, over their ailments, and the next morning they would be fine. Many in my family have said to have seen his apparition, his ghost, when they lived in that house.
One incident that we had sitting in a car which really spooked me out. The story is, we are in Jaisalmer. It's pitch dark. We've tried to enter Kuldhara, and we had to obviously sneak in cameras in there because Kuldhara has become like a tourist spot. It has a guard, it has a gate, it has a cafe inside, it has a washroom inside. You're not technically allowed to record in there, and we had to sneak our cameras in. But I think they kind of got the hint that we're these kids with backpacks and we're trying to shoot. So we were promptly, with everyone else, kicked out at closing time, and we're waiting in a car outside. Now, Rajasthan, cities like Jaipur, they're desolate in parts, but they're pretty populated. A city like Jaisalmer is absolutely nothing for as far as the eye can see. It's empty. And we're waiting in a car trying to figure out what's next. We've spent money to come and shoot at Kuldhara. We can't not shoot in this location. I'm sitting in the back. There's Aryaan and our videographer next to me. The driver has walked out and he's left the driver's side door open. There's someone sitting on the passenger side seat as well. And for a real quick second, that door slammed shut. Now, there is no wind. There is no one near that door. We're not on an incline where the door can shut. And the door did not shut like doors shut by accidentally sometimes, but they don't shut with the force of a human. And this isn't recorded, but my reaction to it immediately is, where I'm just like, did you guys see that? And nobody was as spooked as I was. I have a home of a lot of psychologists. And so I have another family member who was a psychologist. Many decades ago, even before I was born, lost her first husband. Years later, she's in the middle of a therapy session, and she puts her clients through forms of hypnosis where she's giving them affirmations and they're meant to visualize their life and go deeper into like a relaxed state. And she's doing that, and she's asking her client what she's seeing, what she's able to visualize, what's coming to her mind. And she's dealing with a client who's coming to her marriage counseling. And so the client tells her, I see a man. My relative begins prodding more. Who is it? Are you seeing your partner? Are you seeing a parental figure? Is it someone you recognize? And the client says, I don't recognize who this person is, but I feel like they're trying to say something to you. And my relative is like, okay, say something to me. And from all of the conversations after, it seemed that what she was visualizing was her husband that passed away, who was just trying to say the same thing, that I'm okay and I want you to live a happy life and I want you to move on. The client kept saying that it's very good energies, like I'm not scared of what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing, it just feels so warm and it feels so loving. And I feel like it's asking me to tell you that it's okay.
If you're a crime nut and you ended up liking this video, or if you do believe in ghosts, unlike us, I think you should hit the like and subscribe button, or there are YouTube ghosts that might come and haunt you.
Do that. The button's down there.
When I was younger, me and my friends saw a faceless woman once. It was like looking into a cave.